Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Happy Sunday morning. How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Inside Show. This your boy, Coach Lee. It's Sunday morning. We're back at it like we're mad at it. Man, it's time to run one with your guys. With that being said, what's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Hey, man. Look, what's up? This too early Sunday morning got me drinking like out my coffee cup, and it's actually coffee. But look, you know, a long morning ain't gonna stop us from getting this fantasy football insight live show going, man. But you know, I was looking like real big on the screen. I don't know, like I got the close up going right now, man. You know, but hey, this is the show we talk about fantasy football, all those lineup questions. So you know, if you got those lineup questions, tap in, and you know, we'll give you all advice. But man, how's it going? You know what? How are you doing in this fantasy football world? You know, what's your record looking like?
So there you go. You got to start with some negative stuff this morning.
Hey, we don't
come on here asking me. Don't ask me no rhetorical questions. Man, it's been rough, man. It's been rough.
For real?
Yes, sir.
That's so
the
sorry.
Big leagues. Big leagues, man. That's been a struggle. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah, same here, no cap. Like, it's really been pretty good. You know what I'm saying? This season been pretty good. Had a lot of, you know, for me, you know what I'm saying? I just won in a big league, so, you know, I'm pretty happy about that. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the goddamn. Huh?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But the good thing about it is still early. It ain't got too far out of here. So we still got a chance to make up some ground. All these close games killing me, man. These close games.
It's facts. You know, it's funny because a lot of people get afraid that they get 0-5 and think the season's over. But I mean, honestly, if you don't, it's like once you get your 8 loss, that's really realistically once you knock yourself out of contention for a playoff run. But you know, until you get that 7th loss, you still got a chance. So, and if you're watching this show, it definitely improves your chance of winning every Sunday. So, what we got on for today?
Man, like always, we start out with them damn injury reports. That's the big one as far as your success on this October 17, 2021. How you gonna finish out today? 21. So for the injury reports, even though he's not gonna miss anything, you got Kyle Murray working with a little bit of a shoulder injury. He was limited in practice during the week. You concerned about that?
Who was that? I'm sorry.
Kyler Murray.
Exactly.
Not on the injury report, but he was limited this week.
Not worried about that. You know, that guy's a star. You know, he's having a great season this year, so I don't think, you know, he's going to let like a minor injury, cause any setbacks. But, yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. Obviously, got Russ. He's out, placed on IR, so he's out until week 10. So, got Geno Smith out there. Geno came out that game looking strong, but then towards the end, he looked like Geno.
That is true. Hey, don't got to give a shout out. What's that with your David, baby? Easy. I see you hanging out in the chats with us. Drop a line with us. that dude's been tearing up that league. I think he's in the D League or the Cash Me Out League. He's been having a good run. Hey, what up, Jai Baby? All the way, shout out to Harry Hand, Lil Jays. You know what I'm saying? Always tapping into this early morning. Hey, ain't gonna be a show without my Harry Hand album. But he's been on a 2-game win streak too. So man, it's pretty big. But to your point, Geno, what do you think about like? That was a big hit, you know, with Russell Wilson, you know, going down. They was expected to have big things out of Russell Wilson, but
that's true.
I'm ready, you know, honestly, you know, I was saying that last week, you know, I'm ready to start trading my guys, you know, because at the end of the day, with Russell Wilson going down, that takes out, you know, that impacts Lockett's value for sure, because, you know,
DK as well.
Yeah, you know, DK, he's to me, you know, he has routes. You know, he can still, you know, come and catch routes. But Lockett is a direct hit because he's the long guy. And Russell Wilson has the best, you know, long ball in the NFL. So I think he has the bigger impact. But, yeah, I'm definitely waiting to see what Geno can do because I'm not a big fan of Geno since, you know, he got his jaw broke in New York. But, I mean, a lot of analysts, a lot of people are, you know, speaking up highly that he can actually run the team. And what's funny because the Seattle Seahawks, they didn't go after Nick Foles, they didn't go after any other these rookie quarterbacks to be the backup. You know, they stuck with Geno. So, you know, we'll see.
Daniel Jones, he was cleared to play. He got knocked out last week game with a concussion, but he's good to go.
That boy looked like me leaving the bar at 5 o'clock in the morning. Did you see them alligator legs? Oh my gosh, he was walking. Like, you know, I'm glad he didn't get hurt, but I mean, that was embarrassing for that guy to just
he was out of there
and then have his bell rock like that. You know what? Y'all could get me. There's no way I'm going to walk up wobbly leg like that. But I'm glad he got better. But yeah, those Giants, that whole Giants team is in disarray. So, and who's their backup? Glennon?
Mike Glennon. I didn't know he was still in the league. I lost track of him after he left Tampa Bay.
Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, with him out, you know, Danny Jones coming back, you know, I don't know if he'll be back, but if he'll be back, you know, he got his bell rung, so he can't be at full capacity. And they don't have Saquon Barkley. It's crazy.
True. I think he's going to be out, 3 to 4 weeks, I think, at the least.
At the least.
So then we got Tua return today. I think he's already thrown a touchdown for those that got him activated.
Yes, I played him. That's why I'm a little asleep because I had to wake up early to play him. You know, because they're playing way on the other side of the world. You know, they're playing in the UK.
On the side of the pond.
Eating crumpets and tea with the Queen of England. But yeah, shout out to Tua. He came back to a nice touchdown. You know, and you know, got those Miami Dolphins looking pretty impressive. So, and of course, I started.
He just says, I thought Brady had a hurt finger also. I think he did hurt his finger the other night.
Yes, he did. Brady did, but I don't think that'll stop Brady from playing. Oh, to your point, yeah.
See, for running backs, this guy here seems like he can't stay healthy, man. Christian McCaffrey got placed on IR.
I knew that. And once again, I'm one of those guys that took him early, like as a first-round draft pick. Freaking first 2 weeks he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? My team name, I named a team a cool name, Mick McCaffrey's. You know what I'm saying? Like after him. Now I got to change my whole team name. You know, but I'm tired of this guy. You know, I am tired of him getting hurt. You know, but yeah, that's definitely gonna be a big impact on the team. But Chubba Hubba Bubba, well, how do you say his name? You know, he seems to be able to fit the bill.
They said for the last 3 weeks he's been a top 20 back, so he's filling in nicely for them.
Yes, and this guy got him.
You called it. Nick Chubb is out for week 6. So he's out. And it's a possibility Kareem Hunt is a backup, but it's a possibility he could be a surprise and after because he's dealing with knee and wrist injuries. And he was limited in practice this week. So if you got to have a must start, you need to do Demetric Felton.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt. That's who you want, because at the end of the day, I think that was just something to rest. And Kareem Hunt, still, you got to remember, Kareem Hunt was still like a top 3 back during his time. So he's relishing at the time to get the full workload of Cleveland. They gave him an opportunity to come back, and he's been doing his thing. So I got Kareem Hunt, and I think he's going to eat. I don't think there will be another back that's going to do that because I heard something earlier in the week that was interesting. They were saying about how Cleveland Browns had the best running duo. So without the duo, their running game is not as potent. But I'm like, that is a lie. So I'm thinking, Kareem Hunt can fit the bill, but they're going to change their game plan a little bit.
They're going to have to. They're going up against the Cardinals today.
Right.
If we get to a point where there's a track meet, I don't think Baker built for that.
Facts. I was surprised that Baker had the week he had last week. So, I'm not really thinking that he's going to build off that consistency another week. I have yet to see that. Like I said, that was, to me, the best game in 2 seasons. So, what we got? What is easy? Let's get an easy comment up there. Okay. We got Josh after this one. So what he said, next week, the Saints will have a Tecmo Bowl return of player. That is true. That is true. But what would they do? Because at the end of the day, I'm still not convinced on our offense. We have a few flashes, still not convinced. But all right, what you got, Josh? So he says Hunt gonna eat. I think. Agreed. Yeah, he's gonna eat because he's a dual threat back. I think Nick Chubb. He's the running back. He's the run first. I can't say that. But Kareem Hunt, he can catch out the backfield, he can run. So I think that Kareem Hunt's going to get a lot of playing time today and make those fantasy football owners happy. Like I said.
Definitely can see that. Damian Williams is out this week dealing with obviously with COVID.
COVID? Really? That is ridiculous. But, that was one of the things that they were talking about with the season, going into the season, and that's why they were so big on all the players getting the COVID vaccination, because if not, he can be out for 2 games just waiting on a test. But, with him having, being vaccinated, he can come back sooner than expected. And it was funny because a lot of people dropped him. I'm like, oh, thank you. Because, hey, I am one. I was raised. Boy, you better pick up that penny off the ground. And, yeah, I'm picking up every penny that I see. And if you're in the league with me, I know you're probably like, God damn, this guy picks up all the way to wide. Yes, because I pick up pennies.
Zeke, he's in today. He was questionable. But I saw an updated report this morning show he'll be there. So no surprises there.
Zeke is in Ezekiel Elliott?
Mm-hmm. He was dealing with the ribs when he fell on that the yard marker on the sideline last week.
So see, kind of little slick self, he sent me a trade request for Tony Pollard. Pretty slick there. Pretty slick.
I give him an E for effort.
So what Josh got?
See, I work overnight too. I grab players while they sleep. Talking about that waiver wire.
Yeah. I be seeing him too. And he picked up like for real. And in the write-up today, because in the commission's pick, I have put I always say this in horse racing, slow start, fast finish. And he's an example of that. He started off losing and he's been on a 2-game win streak. Shout out to you, man. I love seeing coaching. I love coaching. I don't want you to just put your, well-known players out there. Coach. Let's see a game plan. Shout out to you.
And you keep. Dalvin Cook looks to be returning because he's missed 2 of the last 3 games with the ankle injury. It's another guy that can't seem to stay healthy.
Yeah, but it's funny with Dalvin because he come in healthy and Madison is out. He's coming up on the injury report. So that's talking about the irony of that. So whoever has Dalvin Cook, y'all get ready to eat.
Joe Mixon?
He didn't practice Thursday.
He's been dealing with,
but he was limited Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, so I mean that's a good sign, because week prior, he was expected not to play or possibly to miss time, and that's when they had, they gave more touch to Samaje Perine. This week I don't think it will be the same as last week. Perine won't get those touches because Mixon he's healthy, so expect good things from Mixon today.
And Perine's COVID list. Perine's on the COVID list.
Oh, okay. Hey, so Josh, what do you got? I have Cook, him in another league. Yes, he's gonna cook. He's gonna cook because Kirk Cousins, he's looking good. He didn't have a good game last week, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna rebound this week. But yeah, I'm expecting big games from Dalvin Cook.
Chris Carson is out. He missed the second game in a row, and he got placed on IR this week.
I'm sad that he's on the injury reserve, but I am happy because I was playing Chris Carson in 2 leagues. And me being the cunning guy that I am, I went and picked up Alex Collins and I'm playing him just to put him like ha in your face. I couldn't.
Quick response and covering all gaps. Let me see what we got here. Smoke says, do you think Big Ben time has come and gone? Yeah, Big Ben's done, unfortunately, man. Been a great.
That's the same thing you said last time. And when I was asked this question last week, I said, play Big Ben. And Big Ben went out there and had a good game. This is what I'm saying. No, you cannot. Big Ben is Big Ben. No, the man beat Chargers. You know what I'm saying? You cannot turn your back on this guy, man. When the pressure's on, he'll produce. And that's what he did last week. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback, so I think he'll do fine.
And then, far as the wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, he's supposed to play. He's dealing with a quad injury. How explosive is he going to be?
That's the thing, and how explosive is the entire Kansas City offense. I mean, they've been looking for answers as of late. So, I really haven't been too impressed with those guys. Of course, Patrick Mahomes going to do Patrick Mahomes-like things. But, if you paid attention over the last couple of weeks, you've seen a paradigm shift in their offense. They've been running the ball, so they're going to run the ball more. They're still, and they're going to do pass. They're going to have some passing with Damian Williams starting in replace of CEH. He's also going to be able to get involved in the passing game, the short yards passing game. But that Tyreek Hill, I don't think he's going to stretch the ball as much. So I would temper my expectations on what Tyreek Hill would do this week.
That's true. Terry McLaurin, they say he is legitimately questionable. He didn't practice Friday because he's dealing with some hamstring tightness.
Right. So he and Gibson, they're both expected to play. So, I mean, I think they were just holding them out, just for precautionary purposes, just working them out on the sideline. But those 2 guys are expected to play. So, I think last week McLaren didn't do so well. So this week I'm expecting those guys to come out. Like my grandma used to say, guns are blazing.
And they actually played each other today, the Chiefs and the Redskins. I'm sorry, watching the football team. Played each other today.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what's crazy. So earlier this morning, I was watching the Sean Taylor, his NFL life experience, whatever. Man, that was pretty cool. Documentary. Yes, Chiefs are being exposed.
What are they, 2-3 right now?
Yes. Yes.
And in that division? Woo.
And they're, what's funny, and they're no longer the front runner for their division. It's the Buffalo Bills. So, yeah, it's looking kind of rocky out there.
See, we got Mike Williams. He didn't practice this week, but he's expected to play against the Ravens.
Guy been on a phenomenal season. Him, Justin Herbert, all those guys. Got to play him. So I think, he'll do fine in your lineup. I'm starting him.
Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. They both missed a lot of the practices this week, but they took them out the injury report and they're expected to play.
Yeah, like I said, those guys get ready for the Adam Thielen show today. Last week was the Justin Jefferson, and this week is you're gonna see an uptick in Adam Thielen.
AJ Brown and Julio Jones are both off the injury report, but they're going up against the Bills.
I'm benching them, both of them. I'm also benching Ryan Tannehill. I benched them all. I mean, because the Buffalo Bills defense, they're the truth. They're real. Like, they're the truth. I believe in them. And I don't believe in the Tennessee Titans passing game. So, healthy or not, they just like they on the injury report because they're on my bench. So, I wouldn't put too much. Like I said, I'm not starting any of the Tennessee Titans passing receivers. And what's funny, some analysts and things I've seen, they actually think that they're gonna have a good game. Like Ryan Tannehill, he's like on some sites as a must start, like as a top 5. To the top 5 QB, they're expecting him to Ryan Tannehill to have a good game. I
don't. T.Y. Hilton makes his season debut today.
They're warming up. Last week, shout out to you two for listening. I told y'all to start Carson Wentz. The guy went out there, had a good game without receivers. Now they're getting T.Y. Hilton back. Get him in your
getting
lineup.
Healthy.
Right. Get him in your lineup.
Let's see. And last we got on here, tight ends. T.J. Hawkinson. He's been dealing with the injury the last couple of weeks with his knee injury. So they're saying that's probably why his play has kind of declined as of recently. But he's fighting through the injury right now. So you gotta have him. He's available.
Yes. But I mean, he hasn't been producing as of late because he's been hurt. You can see it in their play. So if you got other options, I would definitely look elsewhere. But T.J. Hawkinson, he's always a must start. Knox. That's my guy. I told him a couple weeks ago to start Knox. But hey, Josh, who did you meet? Because Josh really said, man, let's get his comment up there. He said, man, he's a good dude. I met him once. Who are you talking about?
Tight end Knox.
Oh, T.Y. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All being around the world and now, man, it's just been all over the place, Josh, man. Look, I like that. That's also Pope Clown, man. That's also Pope Clown.
Yes, sir.
But
So that is our week 6 injury report. Anything stood out to you for our injuries?
Nothing. I mean, this was the week of injuries. Like in fantasy football, one thing that I like about fantasy football is week 5. That starts coaching. I posted that in the group. This starts coaching. Fantasy football
by weeks.
Right. You got the draft. Yeah, that's fine. Now you got the coaching starts in week 5. So week 6, a lot of big name people went down. Like you heard the quarterback. So I'm waiting to see how these teams rebound. What these coaches are doing. Are they just going to lay down and just let their team just fall? Or are they going to figure it out? So just the quarterback position. That's the only thing that stood out to me.
See, Josh says he loves the injury and bye weeks. I was supposed to lose this week. Yeah. From here until probably, I say, week 14, maybe 15 this year, is where everybody going to be tested. You're dealing with injuries and bye week. It's going to tell who really can hit that waiver wire, who really can coach, as you say. You got to look at the matchups, see who's available. You can't just go off that team that you drafted on draft night and plug them in there and rock and roll with them. Now you got to move some pieces around.
Shout out to the coach of the team named beneficiary of blundered picks. You struggle.
Beneficiary of blundered kid. It's almost like a tongue twister.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how this guy going to name his team that, his first year in the league said that his team was the beneficiary of everyone else blundered picks on draft day. Now he's in 8th place.
Josh said, if I make the playoffs, just remember auto draft and waiver wire. Okay. All right, Coach Pope.
Look, you drop some nuggets on that thing, man. You know, we talking about dropping some nuggets. I drop me some nuggets. It's time to take a break, man. You know what? I done woke up now.
We're going to take a break, our first break of the day. We'll be back in about 15, 20.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Breaux here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
Back just like that. What you got off in there, Cook?
Oh, hey, you got to warn the brother, man. Like, you can't just be popping, man. But I can't drink that now, you
know. Man. All right, second part today, we got our stardom and sit-em portion of the show. So as far as our week 6 starter sit-em, start of the week, Darrell Williams with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. And rightfully so. I mean, you know, because he can get involved in the passing game. That's what makes him the starter of the week. Because, of course, you know, he's in the starting running back of one of the most potent, explosive offenses in the NFL. So, of course, he's going to get attention. But what makes him a better player than CEH is he's going to get involved in the passing game. So, I can see that. Mm-hmm. What do you think about it?
I think he's definitely going to get the opportunity, obviously, with what they call him, CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with him being out. He's going to get a chance to eat. Andy Reid's offense, they use the back a lot, out of the backfield, screens, adequate carries. So he's going to get his touches. And with Kansas City being 2-3, they can't really be conservative on the play calling, so he's gonna have to throw everything out, and they're gonna be licking them. They're 2-4, and at 2-4, your chance of making playoffs start to get pretty slim.
Facts. Good point. Good call
out. Stardom. Let me see here. Matthew Stafford against the Giants. That's a no-brainer.
You gotta start now.
Joe Burrow.
Hey. What you think about him? He's a start, definitely. And after
Joe Burrow?
Yes.
I like Joe, man. I got him on a couple of teams.
What? Hey, you know he's an LSU product. You know, just have to put that out
there. Yeah.
SEC, baby. Yes. Look, let's get Josh's comment on there. We just got to read yes. Start Burrow.
And true, he says, why would you bench him at all? Only way he's going to get benched if he's hurt.
That is true. Or you got a better option like Aaron Rodgers or someone. And I'm thinking, you know, you can start putting him in those talks. But, you know, I'm waiting for him to have a multi-touchdown game. You know, once he draw the consistent bases on there, then I think, you know, we can start putting him in fantasy football talks like with Aaron Rodgers, the Patrick Mahomes. But, yeah, right now he's a must-start.
Oh, yeah. He like you back to form. They got him ranked as 11th best fantasy QB. So, yeah. He got a good opportunity to put up some decent points week over week. And then Tyler Heineke for the Washington football team.
Yes. Also known as
Kansas City.
Heineken. So, yeah.
Heineken.
You know, this guy's been putting on a great debut since he got in and since last year. So, you know, last week, of course, he did not have a good game because he played New Orleans Saints. But this week, he'll definitely have a good game because Kansas City has been exposed to like 294 yards a game. They've been giving up 294 yards through the air game. So I think he'll have a good game this week.
See, if Josh said if you have Rodgers, you don't have Burrow as a backup. Let's be real.
Facts. That is true.
And he said Heine is going to be okay in the league.
Yeah,
I like Heine. He's got some grit.
Yes, short memory. Like he's a gritty. Like, and it's funny because, like I said, I was watching this whole this documentary on Sean Taylor, and just I was seeing some of the history down there, and I was like, man, you know what? I forgot Clinton Portis was out there, so I knew it was a party out there in Washington. So I think he fits that. He's able to handle Washington's fans and everything that comes with it. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. But week 7, Fitzmagic comes off of IR. That's where we're going to start seeing some issues. So what?
I don't know, man.
What do you think? So you think Fitzpatrick should come back and just automatically get his position, or should he be eased back in, or should they just give it to Tyler to Heineken?
Well, him being named as starter, and they still kind of within striking distance of the playoffs, I would think Rivera will probably bring him back in, ease him back into the offense. It just depends on how he's going to look in practice. Is it going to be that big of a gap between the two QBs? But I think he's going to have a short leash, though. If he come out there and he's the other Fitzmagic, if he's Fitzpatrick and not Fitzmagic, he'll have a short leash. They're going to yank him.
Easy. Easy and fast. So what Josh says, what do you think about Lance?
Trey Lance, I'm assuming, out in San Fran.
Well, I think he was recently named a starter. So this is his first. What do you think about it?
Man, I think he got potential. I was just talking to a 49er fan about him the other day. Obviously, Jimmy G is what he is. So you really got no choice but to put him in that situation. He's gonna have to sink and swim. He's gonna have to cut his teeth in real time with live ammunition, so to speak. I think he'd be all right, but part of me is like, I just don't think he had enough college experience. How's he gonna do with adjustments? Is he gonna be able to get? He's gonna have to get coached up initially.
There's too much he hasn't seen. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was my whole rebut is, with yours that you just stated. Like, my concern is experience. Yes, you're good at what you've seen. You're good at your ability, but there's too much that he has not seen. So, he's going to need someone, like I said, to coach him up. Or if not, he's going to get picked off. They're going to get exposed, or their offensive playbook will be this small. They're going to have a small subset of plays that they can call just to match his talent. So
that's true. That's true. Josh agrees. Teddy Two Gloves as a sleeper.
Okay, because it's funny. Last week he didn't do so well, and this week, Sutton. He's one of the top receivers being picked up off the waiver wire and being started. He's a must start, in a lot of leagues. So I find it kind of difficult that he's a must start and Teddy Two Glove will not be anything besides a sleeper. So yeah, I'm big on that. And I think that what they're playing the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. So this will be a good game, you know what I'm saying? Because both of them, we know what just happened with the Raiders. So the Raiders are coming out to prove a point, and Teddy Two Gloves still trying to fight and prove a point that he can be the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. So yeah, I like that.
Carson Wentz, you talked about him earlier. He's down as a sleeper. He's not a sleeper for you though.
Looking, ain't no sleeper for me. He was sleeper last week when everyone was like, figuring out who to play. Player. This week, Booker.
Big Ben as a sleeper. I know Smoke was asking about him earlier. He had a good week last week. In most leagues, he put up about 20 fantasy points or somewhat, depending on the league that you're in. But he had a good matchup against Denver last week. And then this week, they're going up against Seattle. They haven't looked very well.
Did you see how Jamal Adams got exposed last week? He got exposed so much, I dropped him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's indicative of the Seattle Seahawks. They're secondary. Man, he good.
Yeah, I would have. They got on the Siddums, they got Ryan Tannehill. You recommended that earlier.
Yes. That's
and
a good.
They got Justin Fields.
You know, people kind of, like some people might start him. Would you start
Got
him?
a lot of potential, but I'm curious if he still feel the same way he did about the preseason when he said it's not that fast of a game.
Right. So, this is his first season, his first start. The team feeling all happy. They all got the warm and fuzzies on the inside. But at the end of the day, yeah. He won't do much.
Shout out to you, Chris. We see you this morning.
Whoa, what up? Thanks for hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that.
What is that?
Stop. What games are you picking now? I want to join in. We're on the start. We're on the starters right now.
Started sitting right now.
I think we're on running backs. Yes, you look. You can hit follow on our page, and whenever we go live, you'll get a reminder, so you won't ever be late. But appreciate that. So, who we got up next?
Couple of other real quick Siddums. You got Derek Carr and Baker Mayfield. You buying any of those two?
I told you I am not sold on this Baker Mayfield guy. Like last week. Because, it's funny that he's getting everyone involved that's not OBJ. That's the best receiver on the team. Why is he not getting involved? So, last week, even the Joker had the best game of his career, and it's like, where did that come from? No one expected that. I didn't expect it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it'll be this week as well. So, yeah.
Okay. Next up for the start, we got the running backs. I'll throw a couple of them out there to you. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, Oakland, to your point, Chris. Yes, I like Oakland over there. The quarterback for Oakland, Carr.
David Carr.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got Joe Mixon and Zach Morris as startums.
Told you earlier, yep, start him. Doing the injury report. Definitely want to start Joe Mixon because he's going to get a ton of volume. And it's Detroit. They're going to own Detroit. Matthew Stafford's going to, he's going to be contained because Cincinnati has a really good defense. But so that's how that they're going to be able to control the ball. They're going to run the ball and they're going to put, I'll be all right. Like Joe Mixon's going to do well this week.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you're a Bengals fan. So, yeah, you did like that. And to your question, so Chris asks, Uncle Junior, Jets will win this week? Wait, are they on the bye? Yeah, they're going to win. I win by 40, man. It's going to be the best game of the season.
So, sleepers running back, Javonte Williams and A.J. Dillon.
Not big on Dillon, him being a sleeper, like, yeah. But
what about Brandon Bolden up in New England?
Brandon
doesn't give up yards.
Oh, Brandon Bolden. Well, yeah. I don't know. Matt Jones is still trying to figure out the offense, how to run the offense. So, they still trying to figure out what to do in New England. So, yeah, I'm not too sold on it. And far with A.J. Dillon, he played for Green Bay, right?
Yes, sir.
Green Bay playing the Bears, huh?
Yep, divisional game.
Thank you. They got Khalil Mack attack, man. Those not running like that, man. So, I think it's that, will the opportunity be there? But yes, but I think that would be covered by Jones. I would put my money on Aaron Jones doing more than having having stuff left over for A.J. Dillon to pick up. So, is he a sleeper? Yeah. I would bench it and find someone else.
Okay. For the Siddums, you got Latavius Murray. And this is weird. Damien Harris, who's the other running back in New England. They say he start one with one's a sleeper and sit the other.
Yeah, but that goes back to how I was with James White and Sony Michel. that showed that they don't know how to run their offense. This is what I was saying. Like Matt Jones, he's still trying to figure out how to run his offense. So that's why they're still in the position where they don't know which running back to start. So
right.
They're still until they figure out what they're going to do with their offense. I would really stay away from anyone but Matt Jones.
And the bust alert, Devontae Booker with the Giants in there for Saquon.
Man, he looked good. He showed flashes, but I mean,
They're going up against the Rams.
It's the New York Giants. Like, they looked bad last week, and they're coming off injury. So I definitely wouldn't put much stock into him. Yeah, he's a bust.
Got you. Start him for the wide receivers. You got Chase Claypool.
Yes, sir.
Michael Pittman.
I'm buying it.
Brandon Cooks keeps showing up on here. But he's the only option they got in Houston.
That's why. Hey, you know what? I got to give you a shout out. Like, shout out to you on calling the Texans. Like, surprisingly, I was like, man, this quarterback is really throwing the ball. Like, I couldn't believe it. But is it safe to say Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. They just going to sit him on the bench, man.
He has to hate life right now. You know what I'm saying? Now he's the third, like, what was this Mills name? Like, was the third string quarterback? It's starting.
Yeah.
And looking good. It's great.
Sleepers, T. Higgins.
T. Higgins, he had a good week last week. So, I mean, his stock is climbing. He's heating up. So, yeah, I agree. He's a sleeper.
Rondale Moore. Anybody in Arizona can be a good pickup. They kind of humming right now offensively.
That's true. But, I mean, you got a point because Zach Ertz just joined them. So, if it wasn't, I forgot that, he can't play this week because he already played in the Thursday night's game. But, yeah, if with him joining the team, I think that pushes Rondale Moore out. Right. A.J. Green. He
got weapons out there.
But, yeah, he's heating up. He's looking very good out there. He's looking good. And I'm happy to see him, having a resurgence in his career, man. Like, I was a big A.J. Green fan.
And let me see. For the Sidhams, Allen Robinson, Tyler Lockett, who you spoke about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
A.J. Brown, who you spoke about earlier.
Yep.
Odell Beckham shows up on here. And I think that's just because of a chemistry between him and Baker.
Yeah, and that's the scary part, and that's what I was talking about earlier because he's gonna want the ball. And last week they struggled trying to get to him. So guess what? Baker's gonna go and try and force it to him again. And right. Chris, lock it down. Yeah, sit him down. But that whole, if he's not a running back on the Browns team, I really want to start him.
And then we got Laviska Shenault is on here as well.
Who?
Laviska Shenault.
That was a reason I was about to give away his helmet, his signed autograph mini helmet, because spent all that money. I feel like the Jags spent all that money acquiring him, but he hasn't been showing up. So Trevor Lawrence hasn't been looking that good. I think, that he's just hyped up because of the matchup that's out there in London.
Said he was green, came from the Bengals. I met him in Atlanta, and I'm a Green fan for life.
Okay. Nice.
That's what's up.
Hey, if you got any pictures, drop that in the group, man. I think we just added your Sports Talking Friends. Definitely want to see that, man. We love the fans. Like, we love fans.
No doubt.
So definitely want to see those pictures. We got
this
in there too.
This last bus, whether this one has a bus alert, it's kind of surprising because dude went off last week. Kadarius Toney for the Giants. He broke the club record last week.
Yeah.
For reception yards.
And that was his first game there, right?
Yeah, first game against Dallas.
Exactly.
10 catches, 189 yards on 13 targets.
Exactly.
The backup quarterback.
No one expected that. And that was a fluke. That's what it is. And baby, fluke.
Get that with your chest, man.
Yes, man. Like, 'cause I mean, at the end of the day, we want to pull out the X's and O's. he won't have that again because they don't have those, those threats. Saquon's gone. Daniel Jones, he's wobbled. I mean, so yeah, I wouldn't buy into that. So yeah, I'm with. That's a very accurate analysis.
In the last portion of the stardom and sit-ems, we've got the tight ends, a couple of notable ones to start. You got Hunter Henry. And then you have, it's pretty much because Zach Ertz already played, but I had him on here. He looked good the other night. I think he's going to fit right in with Arizona. The sleepers, Tyler Higbee and Ricky Seals-Jones with Washington.
I jumped on the guy with the 3 last names or 4 names, whatever, for Washington because Logan Thomas was a big part of their offense. So that was a tight end position. So when he got injured, he left a void. So someone has to fill it, and he's been looking pretty good. And and once again, just knowing how things work, quarterbacks, new quarterbacks, young quarterbacks love tight ends. So I'm definitely starting him. I'm starting him. Ben, appreciate it, Chris. We want to go check out those photos. No, Chris just hopped in and said he posted those photos of him and AJ Green in the group. Yeah.
All right, now. That's what's up. Let me see. In the sit-em, this dude ain't came around. I got him on one of my teams. Robert Tonyan in Green Bay.
I've been dropped him. Like after he scored his one and only touchdown on the season. After that, he was gone. Couldn't get any trades. Dropped it. And so should everyone else. Because at the end of the day, everyone sees that in a pinch, red zone, Aaron Rodgers is looking for Devontae Adams.
Yes, sir. And now you got Carr back in the mix.
Right. The same Cobb that Dallas Cowboys could not find use for. But I'm sorry, I was thinking. I was not supposed to say that. Sorry.
Hey, it worked out for us because if we had kept Cobb, we probably wouldn't have succeeded.
That is true.
So it worked out great. But hey, man, time for our next break.
My next drink.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's that cup. Breakfast of Champions. But we'll be back in about 15-20.
Breakfast of Saints fans.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Yes, sir. Breakfast of Champions, buddy. Breakfast of Champions.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, but for this last segment, we definitely gotta want to get this up. So shout out to Chris, man. Like this is Chris out the group. This is a picture with him and AJ Green, man. This is pretty cool. So Chris, look kind of taller, man. Like, geez. But you like 7'3"? Nah.
AJ's a tall dude.
Right, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, sheesh, you have to sit AJ down. I was like, hey, player, I'm the star right here. I'm the star. Man, thanks for shout out to you for sharing those photos. That's what we do, man. It's a sports talk with friends where we love fandom. We love that. So that's what I'm talking about. Good stuff there.
No doubts, no doubts. Welcome to the group too.
Facts.
So the last part, game picks, brother. What do you put?
Go to your room, Chris. You already said so. Chris got that's what she says. I am big, tall. Nice.
Ooh, boy. So week 6 game picks. First game of the week. One is going on right now. Jags against Dolphins. Who you got?
Dolphins. Because, of course, it's the comeback of Tua Tagovailoa. So you see,
you.
huh?
They got you.
I worked on that.
Enunciating all them syllables and vowels off in that name.
Blame it on the no, sorry. But yeah, those guys. And if Urban Meyer didn't do it last week, I was buying into him. I was like, you know what, the news broke out with him, and instead of him actually going there and corralling his team, they go out and get blown out. So, I was thinking he was going to do it last week. So, this is me getting off that Urban Meyer train. So, Miami.
Next up, we got Chargers at Ravens, both coming in at 4-1.
Man, I'm gonna tell you,
good game.
Yes, at the quarterback position. Because I'm gonna tell you, what I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Lamar Jackson. I was one like, hey, the dude is a freaking running back. Don't tell me about passing. That is the death of all receivers to the Baltimore Ravens. But last week, Lamar Jackson.
He looked like he kind of went back to his form that he was his rookie season. I mean, his it's rookie season.
Rookie, yeah. He was a rookie phenom, but he still lacked passing ability. He was the guy who putting the ball on the numbers. Very impressive. Reading the defense, very impressive. So
hanging in the pocket, knowing when to bail out, trusting his O-line. He looked good. Keep that up, young man. Y'all gonna make some noise this year.
Facts. And because of that, I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think Herbert, he's a great young player. He's coming into the zone. That defense is rounding out, and they're getting a lot out of Eckler.
That's true. We'll see though. But he's still young.
Chiefs at Washington. Surprisingly, both are 2-3.
Yeah. And when, it's funny because, it's like when people go to the assistant principal's office, they're used to getting in trouble. And they're like, oh, this is going to happen. No, they're used to getting in trouble. So, what I'm saying? It's like the other team is Washington. They're used to being in trouble. They're used to having that type of record. The Kansas City Chiefs aren't. I'm going with the Washington football team. Book it. Upset.
Okay.
Who you got?
I'm on board with Washington too, man. I think the Chiefs are vulnerable.
Yeah, they got exposed.
Washington's playing at home. They've been getting a lot of bad pub, so they need something to get them where they need to be.
And I'm telling, look, I keep referencing this Sean Taylor, the life of Sean Taylor, man. I watched the documentary. I was moved, man. I was moved. You know what I'm saying? So I know the team is moved. They're ready to go out there and represent Sean Taylor, man. So I think that they're going to do that. And then just talk about on the field, Chase Young finally got a sack last week. So the defense is coming alive. So, and Tampa Bay showed the blueprint on how to beat the Chiefs, put pressure on Mahomes. So big game for Chase Young.
Yes, sir.
So we got to pick for Chris.
We got Chris back in the way. He got. I woke up late. I got to lead to the store to get my Bengals number 1. Have a good day. My 2 homeboys from Georgia. And remember, black girls rules. All right, they're going to be off in your inbox. Oh, man. Next, we got the Vikings at the Panthers. Vikings 2-3, Panthers 3-2.
This is going to be a hard one here because, it's hard because both of the teams, they're struggling to find wins. Sam Darnold, I think he's came back to earth now because first couple of weeks, Sam Darnold has been looking freaking amazing.
He like Darnold from the Jets now, huh?
Right, exactly. Who is this guy, man? Who is this guy? So I think we start to see who Sam Darnold really is. But their defense, they're young, they're opportunistic, they're front, they got a front push, but I'm going to go with the better, to me, the better quarterback is Kirk Cousins. So I'm going to go with the Vikings.
I got the Vikings as well. My biggest thing is the Panthers are still – actually, both teams for the most part, but I trust the better quarterback of the two, but I feel like both teams trying to find their offensive identity still.
Right.
But Kirk Cousins, I think he's a difference between the two. He's
Agreed.
going to be able to put his players in a position to succeed. He's getting the compliment of his players back, whereas the Panthers are still without their best player on the team.
Right. And, one thing that I like is, last week when Kirk Cousins needed to drive the team down there to get in field goal position, he did it. I'm still not sold that Sam Darnold can do that. So that's why I'm like, yes, got to go with a better quarterback play.
Agreed. Next, this one's kind of, I think it's going to be a trap game. You got the 4-1 Rams against the 1-4 Giants.
Trap game, man, is easy like Sunday morning, man. Like the Giants are in disarray. Rams all the way.
That Rams defense, man, I've been surprised, man. They're not as good as I thought they was going to be.
Why do you say that?
And now don't get me wrong. They got as long as you got Donald in the middle, they got Ramsey on the end. It just feel like something's clicking. They felt like they was vulnerable in that Seattle game.
Right, I see what you're saying. Because you expect so much. They got so many great players. They got an expensive roster. And the product that you see on the field is like, wait, hold up. I want my money back. That should be a refund. So I get what you're saying, yeah.
Like I say, I think it'll be a trap game, but I'm still going to go with the Rams.
Right, I mean, because honestly, like, the New York Giants that we seen that beat up on my Saints, they were impressive, but that was it.
That's that Jason, even though he's the offense coordinator, that's that Jason Garrett inconsistency for me on offense.
Right.
The 4-1 Packers against the 3-2 Bears. The surprisingly 3-2 Bears.
Now this is a trap game because the potential is there for the Bears to come off with this win. Last week they got a win, and this is Justin Fields' first start, and the team is happy and inspired by him, and and they won't let him, they won't let him run free. Everyone knows what Justin Fields' strengths are. Running the ball, he's very athletic and he can pass, but he can't keep up with Aaron Rodgers. So that's the whole thing, and we've seen if we get week 1 Aaron Rodgers, the Bears will win. Yeah. If we get week 5 Aaron Rodgers, the Bears are going to get blown out. So
what's funny, and it shows that consistency, and we're talking about the quarterbacks. Justin Fields will be the 20th different starting quarterback for the Bears since '92.
What?
Against the Packers.
That's crazy.
And during that same time frame, the Packers have only used 3 different quarterbacks.
Go figure. Go figure. So I'm gonna have to definitely, have to go with the better quarterback play. Got to go with the Pack, even though that I feel like this is a trap game because I'm an offensive guy, and people tell me defense wins championships, and I think the Bears have a better defense, but can't go against Aaron Rodgers.
That's true. The 1-4 Texans at the 1-4 Colts.
Oh. Colts. Yeah. I was trying to see if you pull out one of those surprise Texans on me again.
Nah. Divisional game. The Colts are like my unofficial secret second favorite team. But yeah, got T.Y. coming back today. Wentz played better last week, like he's starting, the ankle's starting to heal up on him. Mm-hmm. And they still playing for something right now. The Colts are just trying to fill the team because they know they're going to either have the top 1 or 2 draft pick. That's why they're not worried about. They already know this season is a done deal. I don't know what they're going to do with Deshaun. I don't know, man.
I can tell you what they're going to do with him. They're going to watch him shrivel up like an old man on their bench.
Yeah. But it's Houston, so I'm enjoying it. No, to my Houston family, it's all fun and games. But
they must be propping you in the back. They must be getting a mean face.
I'm gonna hear about it. I'm gonna hear about it. So next you got the 3-2 Bengals against the 0-5 Lions.
You know what? They haven't been decisive. The Bengals.
Mm-hmm. They look good. They easily could have won that game last week.
Yeah, I agree. But after seeing the coach cry, you know what I'm saying, on TV, like I'm against a man crying, period. You know what I'm saying? A man should cry. But for the head coach of your team to get on TV and do an interview and bawl out and cry like that, sign of desperation. So I'm gonna go take a sip of that desperation tea. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions.
Wow. Okay.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with the Bengals on that one. I like how Joe Burrow's playing. Mixon's doing his thing. He's got some great young receivers. They're playing with a little bit of I won't say a little bit. They're playing with confidence. They was in that game last week. They came back and won the game the week before against the Jags. So they look like they still playing for something. So I'm gonna go with the Bengals on that one.
But they just cannot keep coming back. That's what I'm saying. They're not putting out haymakers. They let the game go to decision, like if it was a boxing match. And until that they come out there and show that tenacity, that grit, they always have a potential to win, but there's a bigger potential to lose.
True that. The 5-0 Cardinals against the 3-2 Browns.
Really?
At Cleveland.
Arizona. Book 'em. Easy.
Arizona. I agree. 4-1 Cowboys again at the 2-3 Patriots.
I gotta go with this. You already know I would win. I got right out in bushy tail. Big old smile came on because I want. How about them Cowboys? Today y'all gonna lose. Patriots for the win.
I'm gonna have to go with my boys. Just something a little bit different about them. It's going to depend on what Belichick gives him. He's going to shut down the run and give up the pass, or vice versa, depending on how we execute, obviously.
What Zeke gonna do? Because we seen if they give Zeke the ball and actually run, the Dallas offense look pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see. You got Belichick. That's the X factor.
That is true.
He can take a smorgasbord of ingredients and make a 5-course, 5-star meal out of it.
For real. The guy, I don't know how he does it, but yeah, that's definitely going to be a good game because, his strong point is defense. So, y'all's strong suit is defense. So, and if y'all change the recipe from last week, yeah, like I said, that's the reason why I'm leaning towards Patriot because of Bill Belichick, his cunningness, his wit, and his defensive schemes. So, he's a defensive guy. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a good game.
The 3-2 Raiders against the 3-2 Broncos.
3-2 Raiders against the 3-2 Broncos. 3-2 Raiders against the 3-2 Broncos. I mean, I can't get behind the Raiders anymore because their coach is, bump the Raiders, go Denver. What do you think?
Okay.
Who you
Part
got?
of me want to go to Denver, but my gambling side is saying the Raiders. You got Rich Bisaccia coming in as the acting head coach. He probably going to do something a little unorthodox, maybe. Probably going to do something different than Gruden may have done. So you got that element. I'm going to go with the Raiders on this one.
I'm pretty sure our Raiders fans in the group will appreciate that. But when y'all lose, just know I call it.
Hey, and real quick, a nugget I forgot in that Cardinals-Browns game, the Cardinals are going to be without about 4 or 5 coaches, including the head coach.
Yes, Cliff Kingsbury. Yes, because of COVID.
Yep.
Yes, exactly, the COVID. So, shout out to the NFL about, getting this up until week 6, because they had pretty good handle with them, and we're in week 6 and they're right now at the coach level. Now players, I understand that, but coaching and staff, for them to get impacted with COVID, I'm like, it's pretty good. But now, what are they going to do to to make sure that this doesn't spread?
So there just came some of the actives and inactives. Mclaren, Tyreek Hill, and Mike Williams were all active. And Darius Slayton is out.
Yep. And Galladay.
Yeah. Giants, boy. Feel sorry for y'all. Not.
that was about the shortest time moment of time.
Not at all. We got the 2-3 Seahawks at the 2-3 Steelers.
Hey, Big Ben. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. The Seahawks, they was already overperforming with Russ. They damn sure ain't the same team with Russ out of there.
Right.
And Geno is going Geno. And last, we have the 4-1 Bills Mafia against the 3-2 Titans at Tennessee.
Needless to say, this is going. Well, how do you pronounce? I said a romp. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say that word, but I know how to say blowout. This is going to be a blowout. Buffalo Bills, easy.
Yeah, easy. Tannehill, he looking like Tannehill from Miami. No, he overachieving last year. He did his thing, but the book's out on him. Creature habit, forcing some things. But the Bills look real good, and the Bills was definitely my pick at the beginning of the season to represent the AFC this year.
Right, I remember that.
And they looking good. They rebounded from that opening loss to the Steelers, and they've been riding, man. Where they got 2 out of the last 4 games have been shutouts.
Yeah, but it's like watching a baseball game. You could get the shutouts like mud.
And a stat to know for the Bills, they've scored 35-plus points in 4 straight games, tied for the longest streak in franchise history, and they could become the first team to score 35-plus points in 5 straight games since the 2012-13 Broncos.
Wow, that's some impressive numbers right there. Like, sheesh. So needless to say, the Buffalo Bills will win.
Buffalo.
Rough Buff. Shout out to my people for Buffalo.
Man, that's good stuff today, bro.
Well, you came alive. Earlier when you introduced the show, it sounded like we were about to take collections. Like, yeah, everybody, give it to my fantasy football.
Hey, I'm like an old Cutlass, man. I got to get warmed up first.
Nice. Yeah, but that was pretty good. Good show. Had some good insight. That's what our show is. And we just want to provide insight. Like, hey, you got those. It's on you to set your lineup, you to hit submit, and but it's for us to provide our insight on how we feel and how we operate to your fantasy football. Any questions? But this was a good show. I agree.
No doubts. Man, y'all got a bye week this week, so I know y'all gonna be in there trolling the first chance you get.
Yes, anything will be uncivilized. Of course we're going to do that, and we're all going to be looking at the Dallas Cowboys because shout out to your post. We like the top 5 annoying fans. Dallas Cowboys. It was a resounding win. Like there was yes.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I gotta put this little nugget in there. This will be talked about on the Sports Chatter Show on Tuesday. You can bet that. But man, there's a lot of Cowboy hate in there, man. I'm like, okay, I get it, but I'm like, most of our Cowboy fans in that group are kind of quiet, even though they have a good year, they kind of on the quiet side. But we still getting that hate.
Yes, of course.
But then everybody, when you ask them why you hate the Cowboys, they fans. I'm like.
That's
You know, you get beat on all the time. Then
That's
eventually,
the
if you got
right
some of your
there.
family, you're gonna lash out.
We taking shots, and it's like, but we got more rings than y'all. We want some funny jokes, goddammit. We from the wall. If we come banging on your door, your ass better come outside. Don't go inside and call the police.
We holding tight. We holding tight. You know, like we talking in the pre-show meeting. Man, as a Cowboy fan, you just be waiting on that other foot to fall. Like, what's bad gonna happen?
Hey, and as a Saints fan, you know, we one play away from pulling out the brown bags. You know, like, hey, that's why we be so happy.
But it's good. Season is still young, man. I think people still finding themselves. I think there's gonna be a little bit of movement when it comes time for the trade deadline. Now, you already seen Ertz over to Arizona. You got to have some teams that are right on the cusp, missing one or two pieces. You know, the rumors of Dallas going after Joe Hayden from Pittsburgh. There's going to be some movement going on.
You know, keep eye on Marlon Mack. You know, the second running back for Indianapolis Colts, Kansas City Chiefs. They've been inquiring about him. They looked into him this week, so they might pick him up. But he would definitely add an uptick in their rushing.
Yeah, that's no doubt. But, man, who you got for shout-outs, brother?
Man, you know, just shout out to everybody that hung out with us. You know, appreciate that. You know, like you say, like, share, comment, subscribe, or however they go. But, you know, shout out to you, man. You know, it's a big morning, long morning for us. You know, we got in here. But, you know, shout out to the brand, everybody that supports us. We support you. And, yeah, that's about it.
Hey, shout out to
Trevor Lawrence that just got a strip. Just had the ball stripped from him. Yeah.
Really?
I'm playing against him, so yes, sir.
Man, come on, man. But shout out to the family. You know, got up this morning, helped each other cook breakfast real fast this morning before the show. So I'm locked and loaded. Pretty great to put my wing order in for later on. You know how it is. Watch these boys do their thing today. Hey, the curse of Jimmy Johnson. I'm thinking it's off of us, though. But we shall see. But make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the OTSBS show. Sports scandals, things of that nature. Like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends and family. We appreciate everybody that joined in this morning. Shout out to those who came in this morning. Chris, our resident Bengal fan. Smoke, our director of our gaming team and gaming content. Josh,
my God,
appreciate you, man. He's represented on the how do you say that?
This Monopoly. Harahanopoly.
Harahanopoly. Okay.
Yes, Lil J's.
Lil J with them bad donuts, boy. Them boys be looking good. I'm like, I don't need that, but they look so good.
Hey, you know what I like to think about it? Shout out to everybody, because we're going to need some volunteers coming up. We got this giveaway our year. This is going to be our fifth year doing our MLK sock drive give back. So if y'all want to get involved, man, definitely look for the posts and just comment. You know, we looking for volunteers. We also looking for chances to expand. Last year we did it, or this year we did it in New Orleans, Dallas, and Houston. So we're looking to expand to a city near you. If you about that action, come holler at us.
Mm-hmm. We shall see, man. We shall see. But hey, y'all enjoy your teams today. Get in here. You can still comment after the show. Subscribe, man. Get up in there. Join the movement. Y'all gonna look back on and say, I remember them dudes started off small, but guess what? They kicking ESPN ass. So make sure y'all get up in there. We appreciate y'all. Good luck to your team today, unless you're a Patriot fan. Y'all can take that L. But other than that, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. With that being said, see you in a little bit. Peace.